All right. Hello. Oh, wait. After all that, I didn't pick the right window.
Whoops.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Hi. I think we're here.
No.
I was like, we did a test and everything. We tested it to make sure it worked earlier.
We did.
We tested it. We recruited
Talking
a
about
ragtag bunch of people. Yes, Katrina, thank you. Don't forget to thumbs up the live so that more people can find us and be part of our Delulu.
Hey, look, how many heads do you count? Look at that.
Huzzah.
We're all back.
For the first time in forever. There we are.
It's been 74 years.
It's been 75 years.
74 years since we've been united.
Yep, that's right.
And it feels so good. I was going to sing the same song.
So happy to see everybody.
Hey, hi. Colleen,
hi, everybody.
Lily, Gina. Hi, Cindy, Michelle, Christine, Desiree, Susie.
I know, all six. Look at it.
Ruth. Hey, Lana. I know, holy moly.
We're filling the screen.
Hi. Oh, is there an echo for you? Come
Try. Let's see.
Try reloading.
I don't hear
everyone has an echo? Oh. Uh-oh. I muted the live. Does somebody not have it muted?
I don't have it muted because otherwise I can't hear you guys.
Oh.
Yeah, mine is muted.
Okay, Christine doesn't have an echo. Michelle has an echo. Colleen doesn't have an echo.
I would try popping back in.
Sounds like we're hearing you.
Not everybody's echoing.
Just honoring Jen. Come on. Jen's
Is the echo gone now?
How about now?
We have to wait for them to catch up to it.
You got to give them that like 30-second delay.
Yeah.
Me? I'm echoey? I have something echoey on my mic that makes me sound echoey.
Oh, now they're saying it's good.
Okay.
Whatever
Did you have to mute? Did you have to mute, Katie?
Not have to mute, but I have to wear headphones.
Oh,
so
now
that
we can't hear Katie.
Now we can't hear you.
Check this out. Echo, echo, echo.
That's not helping everything.
That's not helping. It's gone now.
It is, except now we can't hear Katie, so we got to give.
Sorry.
It wouldn't be us if there weren't technical issues.
They hear Katie. We can't hear her.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes. Now I can hear you.
Can the chat?
Can everybody?
I guess we'll see.
In about 30 seconds.
Forever Katie. We hear Katie.
Yeah. Hear Katie.
Yeah.
They hear Katie.
That was the issue. Basically, my microphone on my camera was picking up the sound from my speakers of you guys talking, so I had to.
Gotcha.
I figured it was. I figured it had to be you, since you said you were the only one who hadn't muted the actual live. So, huzzah!
Great.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Only
Melody.
8 minutes in. I promise, guys, we did do a test, and several of you were in there and witnessed it, so you know that it happened. Just, long story short, did you guys know that Windows 10 support ended like a week ago? Anybody?
Apparently, it only affected you.
I don't even know what that means.
I was still running Windows 10, which apparently was forever old. I didn't know, and I was like,
it's an operating system on PCs. Stephanie.
All of my computers are
outdated
on 11.
one, apparently. What are we up to now?
We're on 11.
11.
I didn't know.
Is the
Anyway,
11.
My computer, which my husband and I built 7 or 8 years ago, did not support Windows 11. They ended support for it last week, so I had to go buy some new computer parts, and we had a nerdy old time. And so then I had new computer parts, and I was like, I should probably test it before we go live this weekend.
Yeah.
Good point.
I just want everyone to know how much Katie complained about this, by the way.
This was my weekend. That's a computer on my dining table.
That's true.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Nerd stuff.
I saw in a Best Buy email. That is classic.
This is what you get for building your own computer.
I would make a gesture.
When you go ye old factory.
It's all the control plus all the annoyance built into one.
Speaking of annoyance, we should do our intro.
Yes. You guys didn't just come here to watch us roast our maknae.
Nah.
I can't make the gesture I want.
Why can't you? I make that gesture every week when I tell people I fucking love them
It's true.
with both fingers. So you can
Doesn't
make that gesture.
AP529 sell computers?
Oh,
No, we don't.
You know what?
There's an idea.
There's an idea.
Bring that sponsorship right here.
Put it on the
Bring
list.
it right here.
That
Seven
reminds
forth.
me. When I was putting up the video yesterday for the live where we talked about the Purple Ribbon Project and said, no, what we need is the Stay the Fuck Home Project. The tool I used to help generate the description did in fact pick up on that and made sure to timestamp it.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice.
Way to go. Way to go. Oh,
I changed it to FVCK just in case because I don't know.
Nice.
that's a good way.
Anyway,
So yeah. Hi everybody.
hi everybody, we're a shit show.
We're Army
And
Project 529, also known as,
a shit show. We talk about BTS a lot every once in a while.
Occasionally. Sometimes.
Well,
Mostly-
and
what?
one, because we love them, and two, because they just keep doing shit.
Yeah, they do.
That's true. They keep us
More
busy.
shit.
They
to
won't
come.
leave us alone.
No, they sure
Why are
won't.
you so
That's
obsessed with me?
But we are happy to be back with our full team tonight for the first time in over a month. Everybody, a little round of applause. Round of applause. JK Tiny Claps because you did well.
Stephanie and Patricia braved long flights, humidity, many stairs.
Oh, what a chore for them. Just
to
torture.
bring us the, to
Just
bring us the story. To bring us the story.
Sacrifices we make.
Yeah.
For
Yep.
But if
Others.
you guys are joining us for the first time, which I'm sure most of you aren't, but there might be some new people here. If you are new here, if this is your first time stumbling upon us, if you're not that familiar with us, please let us know in the comments. But you can also find out more about us and what we do, what we've been doing for almost 2 years now at AP529.com. That's our website. Yes, we have one of those. Somebody was surprised to learn that the other night.
Been on our server for a while, and they were like, "You guys have
That must have been fun. Think
What?
about how fun that is, though, when they
We have a
first clicked
website.
on the website and they were like, "Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff here."
Someone who had been in our Discord server for a good long while said, "Wait, you have a website?"
Y'all didn't tell me about this.
Ma'am? We do. We actually do.
I don't know. It's
Yeah.
kind of like on TikTok when I was like, you mean these Chuckle Fox I've been watching? Because all I was getting was red BTS clips. They have music? You mean they have music?
Look, yeah, but the look on Lisa's face was priceless in that moment because she was like, "You've been here a while."
How you don't know yet? It's fine. It's fine. She knows now. Oh, she knows now. Okay.
We should give her homework.
I was going to say, did you tell her there was going to be a quiz?
Yeah.
She didn't learn. Don't worry. If she comes back into my space again, she'll learn again. She knows who
Nice.
she is.
Nice.
Anyway,
Anyway, ap529.com/links. You can learn everything about us and our project. You can read our blog, which we are all very proud of. You can read you can watch all the videos we've made. There are links to all of our social media. We're not hard to find out there. So
our
yeah,
map, our Discord server,
in here.
find it all over there.
yeah, you can find our shop over there. All the things you need. But you can go after this live and find out more. About
Right.
it.
And quick
Sorry.
announcement, there will be a fun activity later. We don't know what it is except Steph. If you would like to take part, you need to grab at least 3 sheets of paper and something to draw with. Crayons, marker, colored pencils, not,
Yes.
you know.
I have my crayons ready.
Because it's our Sunday surprise live here on YouTube, you guys. And as we explained, we have changed our format recently. This was Stephanie's idea before she hopped off to Korea for a month. We
I
like
said, here, you should try this. And then I left.
yeah. She was like, try it out, see how it works. And
Let
we
me
were
know how
like,
that goes.
But you know what? It turned out to be a really cool thing. We like to do
So we're
different
enjoying
things
it.
sometimes. So we decided that for Sundays, we would let one admin have full reign over the agenda and surprise the rest of us. And since Stephanie and Patricia are back now, we said, here you go.
Welcome back. Here's all the dirty dishes we left piled in the sink for you.
Yep.
I'll do the one next week. I promise.
So
I'm
Steph and I
excited.
only have to think about it once every 6 weeks.
Yeah, Stephanie
That's
volunteered to take
Now we only have to think about it.
Yeah, no, while you guys were gone, we were like, it feels like I'm doing a lot of the live videos. I was like, yeah, because there's not that many of us. We just have to keep doing it over and over again. But it's fine. Everybody will be back soon.
It's fine.
Well, yeah.
It's good times.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie, you
Yes.
want to get started?
Well, the
Leader.
first part's not like totally, whatever. I mean, Katie said, pick a topic. Here's kind of what I was thinking. And then the fun activity obviously will come after the discussion. But if we don't have much to talk about, it'll be a short night. So, I wanted to really talk about, I titled this Walking Where They Walked. Why we feel so connected to BTS and ourselves in that process. So I thought it might be an interesting way to kind of tie in Patricia and I, our trip. Should anybody have questions in the comments? Or I've been getting a lot of questions and I never can remember what people ask when it comes time to make a video. But and I don't want to go read the comments because I have to read too much shit from people.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you
anymore. I hate reading comments now. But I just think it was really interesting because, of course, everywhere you go, there's army everywhere wanting to experience everything they could possibly soak in. I mean, Jeannie's already doing it. We did a trip. When was our trip? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks ago, Patricia?
No, more or less.
More or less. She's doing another one this week. I mean, the demand is just growing and growing. Not only for just to see South Korea, but to specifically kind of take in, BTS locations and their hometowns and all that. And so when I was over there, I kept saying in my videos, and I'm curious to see, Patricia, because you and I really didn't talk much about, we were so busy, we didn't really have time to talk, but I'm looking over there because that's where she is on my screen. She's right over there. But, like, for example, like when we went to sit at the restaurant where the boys sat in Are You Sure? We were looking out over the water and everything where they ate the fish and did all that. I was like, I'm literally looking at the same rocks that Jimin and JK and Tae looked at. I mean, like all of that stuff sort of starts coming to your mind. And it's this weird, very surreal, cool, but like then you're also like, am I like completely creepy? Like I lost my mind. Willing to travel across the world to go see the same rocks that Jimin has seen. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's like this weird thing. So I thought it might be interesting to talk about the differences, I mean, not the differences, but the intrigue of walking where they have walked, going where they've gone, visiting their birthplaces. What is it about them and what they've kind of cultivated as a group and individuals that compels us to want to be where they are from? And I'll let you guys kind of go first because obviously we can talk more about the trip later, but I'm just curious, like, do you even have that desire? And if so, what is it about this whole thing? And
the other thing that I wanted to add is like not only walking their path or walking their steps or sitting in the chair where they're sat or whatever, it's also meeting the people they know.
Yeah.
I mean, because we had the chance to meet the lady that fed them when they were trainees, who was like the sweetest woman ever. And then we met the owner of In the SOOP house, the first season house, who also told us that she was not Army before she rented the house to them. And then she became Army and she met them when they were there. And we also met like family, So, and it's a very shocking feeling too.
Yeah. And I said joking, and I'll say it here, even though I didn't put it in a video, but it is true. We shit where they shit, or at least 3 of them. Yeah. Well, actually, we peed where they peed too. If we went like in the SOOP house, like there was only 3 toilets.
Those things kind of sometimes pair.
I was going to say, did you make sure to go to each one so that you could?
I did at least walk in each bathroom. And I used both bathrooms in Jeju at the Are You Sure house, and I used 2 bathrooms. I made myself pee twice at the Are You Sure house.
Stuff's there with like a water bottle and like laxatives.
Yeah.
Just so you can ensure that your ass had been.
Christina,
their ass had been.
Just, we showered where they showered. I mean, it was just like.
That's great.
It's weird. It's creepy as fuck, but it's really cool.
I'll go first. I'll say, I think for me, I feel a desire, not like an overwhelming desire. Like for me and my life situation, I think it'll be a long time before I could go to Korea, even though I do have interest. But I would say a lot of it is we spend a lot of time talking about how people don't respect boundaries. And this feels like a way that you can be connected that is respectful of boundaries. These are public places that you can go to, or these are people who have willingly put themselves in, you know, a customer facing position, like Namjoon's sister with her cafe and Jimin's dad with his cafe. So it doesn't feel invasive to meet them and talk to them, right? So it feels like connection without being intrusive, if that makes sense.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime you can put yourself in the position when you find yourself when you admire something that someone has done, some work that they have put out, whether it's music, art, writing, anytime you can put yourself into their perspective, it automatically, I think, kind of makes it mean more. I've had the experience before many a time in my life, not with BTS necessarily thus far, but I mean, I've had several experiences. You know, I've been to places in France where, you know, stood where Monet was standing when he was painting certain paintings. I've been to, you know, places just all over the world. I've been to different places and I've done different things. So when you have those kinds of experiences, they mean more. Because you've already connected to that in a way. And I think that it's only natural when I think music, even kind of music and words have hit deeper. And so with BTS, they've shared so much of themselves with us, but it's kind of a way to feel connected to that. So, and the inspiration. So anytime you can get closer to a source of inspiration, I feel like, so yeah, I would love to do the same thing. I'd probably want to do it in like my own way. I don't, you know, like I take the time that I want in different places. I'd do it any way that was made available to me. Trust. Don't get me wrong. If somebody was like, here's this tour, I'd be like, yeah. But if I had my choice, I would probably do it like in my own, like I would bounce around and do it like different, like very, I'd probably pick like the weird places that other people might not necessarily think of first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The less crowded places.
After mentioned George Washington was all over where I grew up. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so I live in Virginia. You can't walk 10 feet without tripping over a battlefield here, and and a president slept somewhere. Okay, so I've been in I've been Monticello, Mount Vernon, all of them. You want it? I've been there.
Yeah, I wrote that down. I mean, historical figures. I mean, all over our country, wherever you go, whatever country you're from, you kind of can go to historical places and stuff like that. And for South Korea, I think BTS has sort of become that, right? They will be a historical figure that sort of changed the trajectory of that country. And when you go and you see, you know, the paintings of them everywhere and the, you know, whatever, you start to see that that's the way that it is.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think there's a certain way that it makes you feel brave and to do something that maybe you wouldn't ordinarily do. And I'll give you an example. If somebody said, would you like to ride a bus into the middle of the Korean countryside and see a building? You'd be like,
What?
Would you like to go tour the In the SOOP house season 1? And all of a sudden you're doing the very scary thing that maybe you didn't think you were able to do, but because the context of that it's connected to something that you do feel very familiar with and are very comfortable with, suddenly it just gives you this extra little bit of courage to go do that thing. And I think that is such a really cool thing. And I personally don't think it's creepy, just because this is something that, as Quince mentioned, you do with a lot of things that you feel a connection to. I don't really know how else you would want to be motivated to do something like that unless you felt some sort of connection to either people that were there or it means something to you. Right. So that's what I think. That's what I think the cool thing about it is, because what I have ever thought that I would feel any sort of connection to people that I don't know from across the world with a country and a language that I am not familiar with at all. 3 years ago, if you were to no, but now it seems very second nature to me. And the best part about it is too, is that it's an ongoing gift, because then you saw other people going, you got brave, you went yourself, and now you're going to inspire other people to go outside of their comfort zones and be brave to go do something cool. And so I think it's just this cool, and that reminds me very much of BTS, you know, just this pay it forward sort of concept. So yeah, that's what I think about that. And I think it's the perfect time. You know, we talk a lot about how a lot of us found BTS during COVID and during a time when we were feeling a really kind of disconnected, and especially from sort of like the shared human experience, not to get too deep into it, but that now coming out of it and doing that, I'm super proud of you guys. Like, I think it is so, not only was it so cool that you got to do that, and that you were brave enough to do it, but that's just so awesome. And now you get to come back and inspire other people.
I will say too that when you mentioned other people, one of the things I think, and Patricia, you probably feel the same way. Like, I went on two. I went on the K-drama tour where I didn't know a soul, and then I went on the project tour, which I knew pretty much everybody. And there was also just something beautiful. They were so different because there was something beautiful about watching people you love experience something they love. You know what I mean? Like, right. It was like watching them. So you're not only like seeing it for yourself, but you're watching them experience it, and it just made it even that much more like amazing.
And, and you know, everybody had a different like take on it, which was really interesting. Kind of like people were interested in different things, which is, and you might not look at it in the same way that the other people are looking at it, but because you're close to those people, you start kind of seeing it through their eyes a little bit. And you have your own experience, but you're also living what the other people are living, which is so interesting. Yeah, it's you were talking about historical figures and things like that, and as a joke, and this is a joke. So with one of the ladies that was in our tour, our Croatian friend, we literally bonded over the fact that we have like kind of the same references, because I grew up in Europe. So one of the things that I kept telling her is like, this is like a pilgrimage. That's a very European thing. It's like we're like doing a pilgrimage.
It really is.
Yeah.
It is though, in many ways.
It is in many ways. It is a pilgrimage.
But in what you were talking about, like Quinn's about, like you kind of understand people a little bit better, like the people that you admire a little bit better. I might not, you know, the tour was basically kind of the thing that I did was more BTS related, because then I went to Jeju and I didn't do any BTS stuff. I was just like kind of going through Jeju and like having my own little experience there. And for me, the interesting thing about being in South Korea was like eating the food they eat, breathing the air they breathe, observing the people. You were talking about the pandemic, and one of the things that was really striking for me, because I went to Japan before, and Japan is very similar but very different too. The people are more closed. They're more like kind of individualists, and they're friendly, but they're not as friendly as Koreans. Koreans are more friendly, and they're very warm people, and they want to talk to you, and they want to ask you why you are in South Korea, which is really interesting. But they're also like, for me, it was really funny, because the first thing that my friend that came with me and myself said is like, they're the Latinos here, because they're out on the street and they're screaming, and this group of friends, and everybody's out in the middle of the week, which I was like, wow, you know, and partying and drinking and hanging out, you know. There was like this restaurant that we came across in the middle of the street in Seoul. It was like an entire square full of people, and there were kids and old people and young people and all drinking and having fun and eating. And for me, that was very interesting because I was like, the thing that kind of evoked on me was like, the guys are so warm because they're people. Like their people is so warm. And that kind of like made sense to me in my head. But like being there just made me feel closer. In a way.
Yeah, I would say that is my level of interest. And I'm not saying one's better than the other, but like we're talking about our different motivations. Mine would be more of a general interest in experiencing the locations and the cultures versus the very specific places that they've been. I think
I think for me it makes them more real. Real humans, because like I typically have no desire to go visit like historical homes and historical places unless I have read a book written by that author or about that historical person that I enjoyed, at which point going to those historical locations I find excessively fascinating, because then you get to see like, this is how they lived when they wrote those books. That's the desk they sat at to write those books. Like it makes the author real, like a real human, more than just this thing, you know, this persona that created a work you enjoy. Being able to see where they slept and where they worked and where they ate and the places they enjoyed going to makes them real. And that's what I find the most enjoyable about visiting locations that are important to an artist or an author or a person that I admire. And so I think for me, that's the biggest connection. I mean, like, if you think about it, you know, we were talking about driving out into the middle of nowhere in Korea and visiting a building. How many people flew across the entire world to go visit New Zealand as Lord of the Rings was filmed there?
We've got one, yeah.
Like a ton.
I'm sorry. I feel very
people.
called out right now, but I am proud.
No, but like I wanted to.
Like,
I totally would.
I wanted to so desperately, but I was too poor. I was in medical school. I couldn't do it.
Hashtag still too poor.
Yeah.
Hashtag still too poor to go visit New Zealand, but like I still would. Yeah, if I could, because like how freaking cool. But like
now, like maybe I could swing around while I'm in the other hemisphere.
Yeah, they're not that far.
Yeah, they're not that far apart. But like that's the draw to go to this foreign country for me, is having seen a movie or read a book or something about that area that I love. And then I want to go visit that area, because then it's like it makes it more real. Just it does. So that's for me. Same thing with BTS.
Okay, I want to touch on the bravery thing for a second. I'm coming at this from the angle of I am not only afraid of heights, they make me physically ill. I feel like I'm going to pass out when I am at a high height. Bungee jumping is one of the worst things I can imagine. But I would consider going bungee jumping where BTS bungee jumped.
Right.
So I was wondering, you guys, like, what about you? Is there anything that you would not normally want to do, but you would do it if you could do it at the place BTS did it?
I would skydive.
Yeah, I would do. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would skydive before I would bungee jump. And maybe that sounds crazy, but first
it all sounds crazy to me.
It all sounds crazy. They usually attach you to somebody who's done it a million times.
That's okay. Well, honestly, we the jumping part. So maybe if they could make me jump, like if I could just sort of like put the
somebody could just shove you out of the plane.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I mean, I'm not scared of heights, so I wouldn't have any problem jumping out of anything. But I did do one thing that I never thought I'd do, which I only did because Jin did, which was that mountain climb. Like I never probably would have made myself do that, but because he did it, I was like, even though I didn't do the whole thing, we did like this much of what he did, but still, it was like, by God, you know, Jin did this, so, you know.
This wasn't a particular person that made me do this, but I cured my fear of heights in a very unusual way. I made myself go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I wasn't going to be the only one of my friends that were there that wasn't going to go. And so they weren't pressuring me. I pressured myself. I made myself do it. But like, I mean, I was like, when am I going to be here again?
Yep.
Like,
Right.
honestly, when am I going to be here and do this again? And so it's that kind of a thing. Like when you think to yourself, maybe this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, it will make you do things.
Isn't that why one of the boys did the swing in New Zealand? One of the guys was like, "Well, you're not coming back, so
Right.
here's your-"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not. My level of risk is trying weird food. Give me all the weird food in the world.
The bungee jumping man.
I will try as much weird food, so we'll go together.
And Steph can totally like vouch for that I ate everything that was put in front of me. Everything.
She was probably one of the most adventuresome with food. Yeah, for sure.
I see. I have a hard time because the bungee jumping itself doesn't scare me because I've never met a roller coaster I didn't love. But it's my body can't do the jerk at the bottom because I dislocate standing in normal spaces. So like
it's
I
the
medically
joints staying
can't.
together.
I medically can't bungee jump, but I wish I could. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I really wish it was something I could do. But like I didn't used to enjoy roller coasters. That was one of those things, like kind of like Lisa said. It's like it was a fear. It was a deathly fear I had of roller coasters, and then I just started making myself go on them. And I still have a very response at the beginning of every roller coaster I ever get on. There's this absolute terror that runs through you, and then you're like, okay, the terror's gone. Let's go have fun. But it's something like I push myself to do because I actually do enjoy the act of the actual roller coaster. It's just they terrify me at the beginning every time.
Yeah.
Well, and I think there's something too about, I mean, it was interesting because I'm glad I did both tours because, you know, the BTS tour really was more focused on BTS lore, BTS history, that kind of thing. And when I did the K-drama one, so many of the areas were historic, you know, that I got more history. And so it really helped me better understand, especially Namjoon's point of view and why he feels the way about things that he feels and why he writes the way that he writes things. And I think, I mean, obviously we can understand a lot of what he's saying, but I think probably until you, quote unquote, you know, walk in their steps or see what they see or come to understand their history and their people. And because it's really interesting because in the K-drama one, I know I'm rambling, I'm sorry, but in the K-drama one, we had a producer director from K-dramas come talk to us. And just stay with me for a moment while I'm making this point because it's going to wrap up. But so she was completely they still do not get the American or Western interest in their shows, right? Because we were talking about like this new show that's out, the Genie one.
Yes.
And people were all upset and offended. And I was like, do you guys have like sensitivity editors? Do you like, she was like, she's like, we literally think we're just making things for our own. Like we never even really think about, oh, this is going to be for a worldwide audience, right? And so, what was so beautiful was that, and then when we did the BTS tour, and you would run into locals, and Patricia, you saw this too. Like they'd be like, "Why are you here?" And we'd be like, "Because we love BTS," and they'd be like, I mean. They cannot still comprehend that people from the outside world are now interested in them and their culture and their history, and we appreciate it. And it's there. I don't think their minds can even wrap around that. Patricia, did you? I mean, I
got several that were like several encounters that were absolutely hilarious about that. I met this guy in the elevator in Busan, this little Korean man, he was like on the older side, that was asking me, what are you doing here in Korea? He just couldn't understand that I was like in Busan, like why I was in Busan. And when I started to explain it to him, and I actually told him that Busan was beautiful in Korean, the poor man was completely flabbergasted. He could not understand what was going on. And I remember like the girl that taught us how to play the drums, she was like, but you listen to BTS, just BTS. And everybody started like naming different K-pop bands. And I told her I listen a lot to Epic High. I've seen them twice live. And she turned around and looked at me completely like flabbergasted, like, Epic High? Like, why? You know, like, it was absolutely like so interesting how they like look at us like, what are you doing here? Like, they don't get it. But then
they I think historically the Western world doesn't exactly come off as being super interested in things outside of our own purview.
Right.
So,
well, I think that's partly why it made me so proud, because what I was hoping was they would better understand what BTS has done for their, you know what I mean, and even grow to appreciate the boys more, because it is so many people that now go there because of K-dramas, because of, because of the guys. But you definitely come, and I think the other thing that it gave me is a whole new appreciation and understanding of why the guys are as humble as they are. Because they don't expect none of them expect any of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this country has only, the sea ladies, the women of the sea that, they go in and they swim and they collect everything. They were talking about how just 20 years ago, they were a very poor country. And now they're one of the richest countries. And that is a complete cultural shift. It's a complete everything shift. And emotionally and mentally, they've not caught up with where they are economically in terms of understanding what the rest of the world sees in them. Because even a lot of that has only happened since COVID, right? Since K-dramas started, people started watching K-dramas during COVID because they had nothing else to do, or they listened to Butter and all this, you know what I mean? So like, this is so new for them. So I totally more understand why the guys are like, why they're so humble and they just sort of remain very, their heads don't get big about it all.
Even K-pop has only been like around in like, it's only really been a thing for like 30 years in Korea. So
well, and that
getting used to it.
that matches up actually with the internet. And how
exactly.
all of a sudden you can be an ordinary citizen of a country, open up your phone and videotape your walk to work, and have thousands of people around the world watch it and comment and say, oh, that's so cool. And so the connection that it formed, it just keeps growing because of that. And and so it is funny though, because that does depend too, I guess, on your own culture and are you an internet person or not? Are you so I mean that would, so like that gentleman that you talked to in the elevator, Patricia, who knows, maybe not on the internet a whole lot to see the spread of what the guys have done.
I mean, like, that guy was random, but I had like several stories like that. There was a cabbie that was taking us to a restaurant the last night I was in Seoul before going to Jeju, and I was going to Itaewon with a friend of mine who I actually work with. We actually took a cab to go to this restaurant, and I'm talking to him, and he's like asking me, where have you been? And I'm like giving him a list of places where I've been and naming foods, like random foods. And the cabbie suddenly starts talking to him in Korean, and he's like, is she talking about Daegu Semun Market? What's going on? He was like completely like, she's been there, like, and she knows all the names of these foods. What's going on? He was like completely in process.
I think most people who come there, they probably don't venture outside of Seoul very much. And I think they're probably more used to people who come there for business.
Right.
Sure. No, that happened to me in New Zealand. My husband and I were staying at kind of like an upscale hotel in Auckland that was usually only for business people. And here we were, two Americans in our 20s sitting in like an upscale hotel breakfast buffet area. And the looks we were getting, people were like, why in the hell are you here? And we're like, yeah, we're here. We're here for the Lord of the Rings.
We're here because
of elves and hobbits.
I went to Northern Ireland when I was in Ireland too, but I spent most of my trip in Northern Ireland. And like in this little tiny town that was not too far outside of Belfast. And I remember being there. We were there for like 2 weeks. It was me and a few of my friends from college, and we were staying with a family of friends there. So we were like literally staying with people that we knew, like a family. We weren't staying in a hotel. And so they were just literally like taking us around with them in their lives. Like we were going to the supermarket with them. We were going to like wine night at bars. We were just doing regular shit. We went to like a dog show. I don't remember, like we just went to random shit. And we'd be sitting there and people would be like, are you American?
Yeah. Where did you get your pet American?
Where did you find these? And we'd be like, yeah, we're American. They're like, why are you here? But why are you? Well, we just wanted to come to Ireland. But you're in Bangor, North Ireland. Why are you here?
Like, isn't that weird?
Funny. Yeah, it's so weird. So I can completely understand why a little old man in an elevator would be like, but why are you in Busan?
Why are you here?
Right. But why are you here?
Why are you here?
Yes, I understand why you came to Korea. Why are you here?
In the U.S.
Well, and like the producer said, like during our dinner, she was like, we don't think about that. She said, because we all want to be, like, everybody here wants to go to America. We all want to watch American shows. We want to do American music. We want to do American. So the fact that people, it's just like.
Meanwhile, we're like, I could use a break, actually. I could use a couple weeks off.
Yeah. We're like, please let us.
If you guys want to switch, you guys can come over here.
For a holiday, switch houses for a holiday.
Were you, Steph, were you with me at breakfast one morning when this girl stopped me and told me my sister is Army, she's right here, and she introduced me to her sister, and her sister was like, have you met them? Do you know them? And I was like, well, I've seen them in concert. I've seen 3 of them in concert, actually 4. And she was like, really? She was like completely amazed.
Yeah, don't worry, you guys have had more concerts than we have.
Yeah,
that's so cool though.
Everything is always greener on the other side.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. So yes, somebody was gonna say Scotland. Yeah, I've been planning ever since Outlander became a thing. Well, I'd already sort of been to Scotland anyway. But then I was like, okay, I need to go back to Scotland because that a good friend of mine goes to Scotland like every year because she's obsessed with Outlander. So having it just depends on what you're into, but it doesn't matter what it is. If you connect with it, you'll find a way.
Well, and I think that's one of the things that's so beautiful about the music and about the K-dramas and everything is, I'll be real bluntly honest and say I probably never in 5 million years would have ever wanted to go to South Korea to visit. Yeah. Had I not literally fallen in love with these 7 men, fallen in love with the culture, you know what I mean? Like, that's what made me want to go. Otherwise, I'd have been like, yeah, great, whatever. But because my husband was like, well, where else would you think you want to go? And I was like, I don't know. I really have to get into something else because there's nothing else at the moment that's really tugging on me to go other than the places that BTS is going. I would go to New Zealand. I would go to Malta. I would go, you know what I mean? I'm like, I would go those places. But I've traveled a lot growing up. But you know what I'm saying? It's like the beautiful thing about technology is that it has kind of opened your eyes to a whole new cultures and understanding. And I think it's interesting because before I went, I was so worried that I would go over there with this like preconceived ideas of what I thought it would be like based off of, K-dramas or whatever, even though I don't, it's all fiction. I understand. But so much of what you see with the guys is truly what it is. It's the eating together culture. It's the importance of food, and that's their love language. I saw several people guys walking around affectionate with each other. I mean, you know what I mean? It is the culture there. Mm-hmm. And so it feels very familiar, even though I've only seen it through a 2-dimensional screen.
Yeah. The amounts of food. I mean, like the amounts of food. You go to a restaurant and like the entire table is covered in food. Yeah. And it's like absolutely, I don't know.
They don't even give you a plate. You don't even get a plate.
Yeah. These guys eat like beasts because like they usually finish the food that I'm telling you, like we went to several restaurants that the amount of food is so big that no matter how much you eat, there's still food on the table.
Oh my God, I haven't had dinner yet. I'm so hungry. I would so eat that. Oh,
food. Oh my God.
Oh, the food.
I was watching a video earlier and they were talking about samgyeopsal and I was like,
yes, please.
I can see after eating the food why JK reacts the way he reacts every time he eats. Like the food is a whole nother level.
He gets so
It
angry.
is- oh my God.
I have witnesses that, you know, everybody was making fun of me and they were like, you go JK when food is put on the table. I'm like, yeah, because I love the food. You can give me anything. And at some point everybody was like, okay, now you have to move like this and like applaud. And I was like,
When the six of us were eating together and we were eating Korean barbecue, we had been like blah 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 blah, and as soon as they put all that food on the table, we shut the fuck up.
Everybody shut up.
Oh no word. There
There
was just the occasional moan of delight. That was the
occasional,
only
like, give
sound
me
that
that.
Yeah, or like, hand me that.
Hand me
Just
that.
sort of gesturing at something pickled, like, give that.
Yeah. Okay, so let
The one with
me ask
pink.
this. Okay, so one of the things that we were able to do, again, that you get more information. So let's, for example, Daegu. We went to Daegu, and we got to hear the lore of. I mean, if you guys know the lyrics, obviously the 742 bus, and so it was like, you know, if you see the bus, it's supposed to be good luck. If you see that particular bus, it's the bus that Yoongi took from where he lived into Daegu to go to class. His music classes and then back, and it'd take us an hour each way or whatever. I saw it 3 times, so I felt like I had extra good luck. But and then we went to Gwangju, we went to Busan, everybody's hometown. We did get to experience it. Jen's from Seoul, so that was a whole nother, you know, that we were already there. But and it was funny because like you're sitting there in Busan, for example, and you're looking out at the water and thinking to yourself, how is it possible that Jimin literally only went to the ocean like a few times before even high school? Like, but the city is so massive, right?
And there's mountains.
Do what?
And there's mountains.
Yeah, and there's mountains. And I learned from the first K-drama trip that basically, like during, you know, when the war happened, the Korean War happened, that Busan was really the only free area in all of South Korea. And that wasn't affected, so everybody fled to Busan, which is why the population is so huge and why it's so hard to find places to live there. But like the history of it, again, it just feels, it makes everything about them make more sense, you know. And even walking through the museum, we went through this museum, and it was just, and I can't remember which one this was on. I don't know if it was with you, Patricia, or the first one, but it was like display after display after display, showing all the celebrations that they have just based on when different foods come to season, you know. So they do this kind of ceremony for
The tomato festival,
kind of ceremony for that, and they dress up
brilliant
this
idea.
way, and you're like, of course, that's why the guy. I mean, now you see understand that is just part of the culture. That's who they are. In America, if we ask guys to dress up in historic, you know, like pilgrim costumes or something, they'd be like, that's weird, you know what I mean? But there, it's like they have pride in that, and that's a really beautiful, I thought it was a really beautiful thing to kind of better understand the power behind it all.
For me it was really interesting because in Spain we're the same way. We have celebrations around those kinds of things and we dress up. So like for me, actually, like for me, South Korea, and this is going to sound really odd, but for me it was a strangely familiar because there's certain things that reminded me of my country. Even if the food is different, the people is different, but like there were things that kind of resonated with me in a way. Like one of the things about Seoul that I found fascinating is you have like the old shops and buildings that are like super old and like in tiny buildings, and like, you know, they sell, for example, there was a street that I walked down that was like old shoe stores, you know, and next to it you have like the biggest tower you can imagine, a skyscraper, and you have a mix of like old and new that is very, very interesting. And I think it's because the country kind of came from being really, really poor to being like super rich very quickly. So kind of there's a pastiche of like modern and old that is very, very interesting to see. And for me, there are like parts of Spain that are exactly like that. So it did not shock me as much because I've seen places like that before. And also kind of like that old sense of like, let's celebrate this, let's celebrate that. We do that in Spain as well. So for me, there were like things that I was like, oh, this is so we have more things in common than, which shocked me in a way. In a good.
That's cool. Oh.
Okay, so here's my question then. I would ask the people in the comments first, and then I'll ask admin.
Okay.
So if you could visit one BTS location, and it does not have to be in South Korea, it can be anywhere they've been. Where would you go? If you could pick one, where would you go and why?
People in the
So I'm
comments.
curious what they say.
People in the comments, yeah.
Comments first. Where would you go and why?
Good. We get a chance to think about ours.
Oh, I already know. I already know.
I can see where I want to go again.
Yeah.
Mm.
I keep forgetting we're like a few
Again.
seconds ahead.
Shut up.
Where I would go again.
Okay, I'm already seeing.
I love that.
Yes.
I love
New
that for
Zealand.
you, bitch.
Okay, I tried to make a decision before I looked at the comments.
I know. Malta or the first in the SOOP house.
That's fair. If you have no idea there's too many, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair.
That's-
There are a
that's
lot.
an answer.
See, now, for those of you say in New Zealand, you could go to New Zealand for both BTS and
Lord of the Rings.
It's a double,
One-stop shop,
double
friends.
reason to go.
One-stop
Because
shop.
I wanted to go to New Zealand when it was just Lord of the Rings, and now I
But
got
now
a
it's
double
both.
reason that's on my bucket list.
Ribbon's always dreaming big.
Oh,
Well, private
See,
tour of
That's
5.
funny. Because
God, everybody's basically, most people are saying New Zealand. It's really interesting.
I mean, I feel like it's a place that a lot of people want to kind of go to anyway.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have so many different, like where you go, you can go see grasslands and glaciers in the same place, like the
oh
same
my
country.
God.
But
We
like,
did-
why
we
does
did
everything cool have to be at the end of the earth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did a driving tour actually through New Zealand, and they are on the other side of the road. And so my husband and I struggled. And this was also before GPS. So we had a paper map of New Zealand that we were following around as we drove
Jeeves.
all the way from North Island all the way down South Island.
Quest.
We went everywhere. Yeah. So it is very cool though.
The ability to read a paper map is, in fact, a skill that the younger generations lost.
That
My child and I
After
talked
I
that she's like, did the car give you directions when you were little? And I was like, no, it sure didn't.
No,
it
no.
sure didn't.
I was always the navigator in my family, so I was always the one because I didn't get car sick reading shit in the car, so I was always the one with the map.
Lana trying to shoot her shot. Any botanical garden with Junie to talk about plants.
Man,
Shoot her shot.
Talk
Now
about
I get it.
plants.
Get it?
I love it.
Fun. Yes. Someone said their first dorm. Yeah.
Nice.
In the SOOP. I see a lot of it in the SOOP.
We did go to their third dorm.
Did
Where all
you?
their rooms were. That was really cool. It's a
Yeah.
cafe now.
Yeah. That's right. I saw your
I remember your
on it.
video.
Still have an atlas in the trunk. Yes, everyone. You should always have a map, an atlas, or something in your car, just in case.
Yeah.
Okay, admin, what about you guys? Where would you go if you got to pick one place?
My first thought, if it wasn't New Zealand, my first thought was what Ribbons. It was the Hive building. That's what I was thinking of, because the first dorm and those places, like they have like special like old like meaning to them and to their beginnings. But I really want to see where they create now. I want to see what they built. And I want to see how it affects. I want to see how they've affected all those people, and just that. But yeah, New Zealand also for sure.
5,000+ employees is what we were told.
And Hawaii, man. I've never been to Hawaii.
Hawaii. Well, we now have a friend that came in the tour with us that lives in Hawaii.
Yep.
Okay.
So I can put you in touch with an army there.
Yeah.
I've been to the Big Island. I haven't been
Japan's on
anywhere
my
else.
bucket list too.
I've never
I've wanted to
been.
go to Japan since I was a teenager.
Japan.
Okay, Doc, what about you? What would you pick?
See, I would choose the In the SOOP season 1 house, but only if I could go spend like a weekend there at least, or a few nights there with you 5 bitches.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I'm
Oh,
going with you, dog.
That's the only way that this would be like special to me. Like I need to go to the house, but I have to go with you guys, and then we can kiki and do stupid shit for like a
It's
few
much
days.
smaller than you think it is. It is a
Yeah,
it is
yeah, but
small.
there's lots of rooms.
It's-
You know,
it's
there's
small.
space for us.
There's
I
space
volunteer.
for them. There's space for us.
Doc
Yeah,
is small
yeah.
too. We'll put her in a closet.
I'm compact. I'm compact.
The only thing in that house that was
It's
not
a lot of
small
room.
was Namjoon's shower bathtub. It like went down. Like it was really cool.
It was huge.
It was huge.
Well,
Okay, Christina.
Okay, I'm gonna butcher the name of this, but you know what I'm referring to. So I'm gonna go to Gyeonggi Province to the Young Daegu Park where
Okay.
Digita was
you
filmed.
tried.
Yep.
You tried
Because-
so hard. You tried so
Because
hard.
of course I would. But
Yes.
the reason, okay, Digita notwithstanding, okay, the reason also is because I love places where you feel like you're walking back in time.
Mhm.
Yes.
And I feel like that is one of the most well-preserved places for that reason. That's why they film all that stuff there, is because it is so well-preserved. And I would really want to just walk back in time.
Yeah.
Anytime I go to another country, I want to do that.
Yep.
But yeah, there it is. Easy.
Easy peasy. lemon
Katie?
squeezy.
I, having not looked at this before the meeting on short notice, my answer is that I would want to go to the park that Namjoon talks about in Reflection. Tuksum? Tuksum?
Hangsong? Hangsong?
I
Hangsong?
thought it was See you in Tuksum or something.
The
Like that.
hung-
Anyway.
Is that where we went in Ilsan?
The hung.
Oh,
the
in
hung-
Ilsan. Oh. Oh,
Hung-
I know. Yeah.
The
okay.
one by the river. The hung.
They're all by a river, Patricia. They're all by a river.
No, it's
Yeah, Tuksum Hangang Park.
Hung Park.
Mhm.
That's where I
The
want
one
to
by
go.
the river.
I want to. I mean, first of all, I like parks anyway. I like Namjooning. That's enjoyable to me. Yeah, that would be a good one. Or the mountain that Jim climbed, because I like Namjooning.
If you go to the park, we'll do what Koreans do, which is they buy chicken and beer and they sit there and they picnic. So
I'd be fucking down for that, and I would
Would.
love to do it with you guys
That's
as
the
well.
only reason.
Hell yeah.
That's the only way you could get me to stay outside is if you gave me chicken and beer.
Chicken and beer.
Maybe tteokbokki.
If
And
you
you
lured
actually-
me with chicken and beer and tteokbokki.
it's actually pretty. Like I was there one night. It was a Tuesday, and it was crowded. There was so many people just sitting there picnicking. So it was
And
pretty amazing.
I did finally have Korean fried chicken like a month ago when Riven was here. Very good. I would absolutely have beer and chicken at the park.
It is far superior. There's no
Nice.
doubt about it.
Well, then I went to Tennessee. Then I went to Dollywood and I had American fried chicken, also very good, but different.
Different.
Very different. I think I would have
You could
said
take
prior
BTS.
to the tour, I would have said the In the SOOP one house, and I think it stays the same for me. I think
Nice.
the In the SOOP house,
Especially
because
if
it
we
was
can
such a
stay
special
there.
place for me anyway, like watching that show, that like walking up that, especially to me it was the second house, because episode 3 where they do the, where the cauldron is and they do the whole thing, that was still there. And I could literally walk around and be like, hey, this happened here, that happened there, the table's there, that's there. You know what I mean? Like I could do all that.
For me, it's
Yeah,
the same
that was
place.
okay.
It's actually the In the SOOP one house. It was like for me, the day we were there, I was like totally dissociating. I was like, I can't believe I'm here.
Because that was also spring day bench bus stop day.
Yeah,
We did both
I was
that
like
day.
that day was like I was completely dissociating because when we were in those two places for that day, and I was like literally like, I can't believe I'm here. And when we were leaving, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay there. Spend the night there.
Yeah, to Doc's point, you just want to stay for like the whole weekend and just be like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It's
stay
also
there as
such
the
a-
Airbnb side.
And you can wake up in the morning and you can sing about how much you hate Hobie Hum for waking
and
you up.
I want
Yes.
a mat, and I want
and
a
set off
yoga mat.
fireworks.
Leave me alone.
See, okay.
I should start singing that to my child.
Yeah, but AP529 takes Dollywood requests in the comments. Don't think that we haven't talked about taking a group trip to Dollywood before, because we have talked about taking a group trip.
We have in fact.
And the way that I would adore seeing BTS at Dollywood.
Look, I'm just saying Dollywood plays really good bluegrass covers of other songs.
Yeah. Bluegrass covers of other songs are amazing.
Yeah. So like that, if we, now I'm thinking about a BTS Dolly collab, because they have they have a Dolly museum, and in there's a room where they just have like little pictures of all the different like collabs and people she's met.
Now we're manifesting. I would just got the whole admin team manifesting.
Just to see her, to see her going to each of them to give a little hug would be.
Yeah, she's like this. She's
so little.
Jimin would be like, "Don't look at the boobs. Don't look at the boobs.
Don't look at the boobs. Don't look at the boobs.
Don't look anywhere else." Listen, guys, I would like to vote that someday when we do finally, because it will happen one day, when we do finally manage to figure out how to get the 6 of our asses to South Korea together on a little mini vacation, we need to readdress this live so that we do all of the things together.
Yes.
The In the SOOP house you can rent it. I mean,
I know.
Airbnb's it. And we know somebody who knows somebody too. So
yeah,
and she was really cute because she said something that was so interesting. She was just talking about how she felt like the reason that they chose that house was because she was not Army. She really didn't know anything about the guys. And then she got to meet them twice. At the very beginning when they came, she got to show them around the house, and then she came midway through the shoot. But she said she's Army now, of course, and JK is her bias. And so JK must have made quite the impression when he was
he did have that sassy walk across the yard with that purse in hand.
Yeah.
That was actually the weirdest moment for me, was walking into his room at the boathouse. That was like surreal. For some reason, something about that was like,
I remember
Cookie was here.
I remember the late night, when you get like the audio and it's like him like literally throwing Jimin. Jimin's got.
You know what I kept doing compulsively when we were at the house, which is like really weird? I was going up and down the little path that goes to the up house and going down and going up and going down. And I was like, this is where they left Jen. This is where they left Jen.
And he's like, The other thing that was weird is that yard is tiny.
Yeah,
it looks much bigger on TV, and I kept looking at her like we're like doing this really important, like this really serious meditation thing, and I was crying, and it was beautiful. But at the same time, I was like looking around, like how did they fit the tent and the area they cooked under, and like I was like trying to figure it all in my head, and I could not make it work.
I was like, how did they have space to play?
Yeah, how did they
were like playing in the middle of the thing, but then there was Jin's tent. There was the tent where they ate. So like, I was like, how did they manage to put it in this yard that is like tiny?
Tiny. And it is true. The door does lock on the out. You cannot get in that door. I had to knock.
Rock Bison.
Yeah. Anyway, that was really cool. So
that's
that's our discussion for the night. So.
Good discussion. Good topic.
Yeah, that was great. I love hearing.
Okay, so now I got to DM everybody. Okay, so everybody get your paper out. I got to DM each of you.
Right,
your
we'll
name.
do the
one thing that I want to say. Let me remind you, ladies, that if we want to do anything BTS related, you can always come to Connecticut, and we can do the Are You Sure?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, true.
I mean, just in New York too. When I was there with Patricia and we went to go see Jin, we went to the restaurant that Jimin and JK ate in. And we saw the room that they ate in.
Yep.
Nice.
Are you sure?
Nice.
Okay, I'm DMing you guys.
There's a tiny room. There's a tiny room. So literally everything looks bigger on television.
Everything does.
Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, don't say the name I give you out loud. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, give me a second.
What do we have to do?
I don't know
yet. Tell you,
she's going to tell us.
Get your paper if you're watching.
While she's telling us, Haiti, do you want to do the interlude?
Yeah. So we actually coordinated ahead of time. So if you like any of the shirts that we're wearing tonight or the hat that Quince is wearing, they should be linked in the live somewhere. I don't really understand how that works. And long story short, help us get to South Korea someday.
Help us.
Help us live our delusions.
Help us with anything really. But in particular today, help us pay for all the things that we do here, and support the content that we create and the spaces that we host for you to connect with other Army, and the events that we hold, and the ways you can help do that. Obviously, like the live, tell people about us. There's a lot of free things you can do. If you are in a position and interested in supporting us financially, we would truly appreciate it. And we are so thankful and grateful to everybody who does buy from our shop and support us on Patreon. So those are the two things you can do. You can subscribe to our Patreon, which is a monthly draw of $3, $5, or $10 a month that comes with some extra benefits. And you can learn more about that at the link that's pinned in the chat, ap529.com/links. Oh, thank you for placing your order. And the other thing you can do is buy our merch. We are working hard all the time on our shop and the designs that we create. We have some cool stuff coming up for holiday that we hope to get out in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, several of us are wearing some right now. So if you are wearing a piece of merch, please show it off.
JK.
I missed Steph's hat. I didn't see Steph's hat.
No.
And yes, I have linked the actual shirts. Doc and I typically wear a women's cut. Christina prefers the unisex cut.
I do as well. I wear women's cuts.
Yeah.
That's because we're short.
It's because it's people say women's and you think it's a tight fit. It's not. It's
the
a very
fit across is
fit.
the same. It's
Yes.
just like
it's shrunken.
5 inches shorter
I'm
and
not
it flares
short.
at the bottom.
I'm not short, but I like the way that it cuts in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not fitted though. It's not fitted.
Flare.
Yes, and to those of you, if you're here, we had a couple of people email us recently with products that they were really pleased about. Luggage tag in particular. I'm trying to think what else somebody got that they like. A long sleeve T-shirt that they loved. Thank you so much for sending those messages. It really makes our day.
I loved the luggage covers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Yes, I wanted to ask you how some of that stuff went.
Went great.
Okay, good. Anyway, so you can learn more about our shop and see the products and our Patreon. Again, all at ap529.com/links. All right,
Sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay, this may not work, but I think it's gonna be fun. Okay. So one of my few favorite things now on the social medias is because now everybody's so freaking negative. I hate to get on there, but and people are assholes. But one of my favorite things that makes me happy is there's this thing now where like couples will go on these dates where they paint each other and then they reveal, right? And we're not painting each other, so don't worry. But I
took painting each other to mean something completely different.
I have 3 things that we're going to draw today, okay? And if any of you that are watching also do this, I want you to put your results in our Discord, like post the photos. I want to see pictures of what you drew. Okay, so I have given each of you a name in a DM, okay?
Right.
It's one of the members. Without looking at any photos, you need to draw. We have 5 minutes. You have to draw your person, okay, from memory.
Shut up.
Any era, you can pick any outfit, but try to make it something that people might recognize, okay? And then we're going to show them and have people guess and see if they can figure out if they can identify your person, okay?
You assume I can draw, ma'am.
I can't draw a stick person, so
I know mine's going to be a stick person, but I think you'll still guess
Mine's going to
it.
be a stick person too, but
there's got to be something. I don't even. It's all from memory. Don't look at my wall. Nobody look at my wall.
okay.
Okay, and if you are watching this and you want to do it, pick the person, the member that introduced you to BTS, that drew you in, okay? Not necessarily your bias, but the person that drew you in. Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. So I'm not drawing the person in my DMs.
You're drawing the person in your DM, and then we're going to try to guess because you guys don't know who each other is drawing. So we're going to be
talking to the people in the comments.
Yeah, I'm talking to people in the comments.
I was like, am I drawing as this person? No, I get it now.
No, that would be funny.
Gosh.
Okay.
You don't get the joke that I'm drawing. Right?
How long did you say we have?
Yeah, like 5 minutes. Like, we're making this quick.
Okay.
I'm going to be watching comments. If anybody has any other like logistical questions or anything about South Korea, you can ask, and I will. I'll try to answer. But I'm also going to try to draw, even though I'm not good.
Oh, I'm definitely not.
Oh, I'm not good either, but I'm trying my best.
Katie, you okay? Lana wants to know. Okay.
It's just.
Wrong hair, but I don't care.
I have to look at who you have. Okay.
I'm a horrible drawer.
Are we allowed to use like? I assume we're not allowed to use words for like a quote.
No words.
No words.
Just your shitty drawing.
Fuck you. Thank you. Cool.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Why weren't you able to see where Daeshwata was filmed? We did see where Daeshwata was filmed.
We saw it. Yeah.
Yep, it was amazing. I did a video on it. But it's only on Instagram because I had to use music on it because we filmed something with music and it wouldn't let me do it on TikTok. What is something that you didn't get to try in South Korea but you want to try to do next time? In the SOOP House 2, Season 2 house. But it's only open on weekends. So I didn't get to do that one.
Okay. That's it. I finished.
Okay, hold on.
Good for you.
Well, I know
So
we
happy
did
for
Jeopardy.
you.
I finished because mine is so obvious.
Oh wow.
Is it?
Is it obvious, Patricia? Great for you.
I mean, you only have to remember one thing. Doot, 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 doot,
Nope,
doot,
don't give us hints.
No. Stop cheating over there.
doot, 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 doot.
I not have red.
Poor Christina's gonna look at this and be like, "Why do I work with you on merch?"
Oh, Maria, I can tell you how it felt. You're asking how it felt to meet Jimin's father.
How it was me to meet Jimin's father. Well, if you saw the video, he literally was like, "You should buy this," and I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "You need to buy this." I'm like, "I bought a hat, a shirt, and a battery I didn't need from him." He was a doll baby, wasn't he?
He's
Patricia?
a sweetheart. He's the sweetest guy.
And
He
clearly knows how to sell things.
Mhm.
All our hands, got us all T-shirts from the size that we asked him to get. He's a businessman.
Yeah, he was.
And he told us 11,000 times. He told Jeannie 11,000 times that she had to take the people from the tour to this Chinese restaurant where he went with his Don all the time when he was a kid.
Mm.
That's it. I'm calling it a day. I'm moving along.
This is horrible. By the way.
This is absolutely terrible.
Give me a slap. Sorry, Emily. Okay.
This is the worst thing I have ever drawn
Okay,
in my
hold on.
lifetime.
I have to do this over really.
Do, 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 do.
M's counting down for us. Thank you.
Okay, we ready?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Back off.
shut up.
No, back off.
If you don't get the joke, you don't get it.
I think you guys are gonna get mine. I just fucked it up.
We aren't allowed to do
I
the
mean,
word. though, are we?
I wouldn't be surprised if you guys get mine, but like, I apologize to this member already.
Yeah, I mean, I apologize too, but whatever.
Oh, that's a good question. Did one of us have to draw two?
No. Oh yeah, somebody didn't get picked. Who didn't get picked? Let's see. Oh, don't tell. I mean,
Well, give me who didn't get picked, and I'll do that one too. Because I can do a stick
maybe
figure
you'll
in
do.
30 seconds.
oh my god, I can't believe the person that didn't get picked. Okay,
Okay.
mine is horrible.
Wait, did you
Mine
tell me
is
who didn't get
absolutely
picked so I can
boring.
do it?
No.
Okay,
you wanna
time's
do
up.
Yeah, I'll
And
do it.
time's up.
Yeah.
Okay, let me send it to you. Hold on.
Just, I'm sorry
Sweating.
for
I'm
my
so
fault.
nervous.
I'm sorry for my many faults.
There is nothing good about this.
Okay.
Yeah, so the future with Nunes Nucci's. My desk just moved. I don't know why. And yeah, Park Jim and Jimin's dad is good. They're making some connections together.
That's cool.
Somebody just. Okay, you guys ready?
Nope.
I think
For
so.
my first one, not for my second one.
I will be in like 15 seconds.
Nobody will ever guess mine. I can tell you that right now. Thank you, Emily. We're doing great.
I'm all ready to have a proposal to go to Connecticut.
Mm.
On my DMs.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Oh.
This is so bad.
Okay.
You'll get it.
Literal worst thing.
You
This is
better
the
get
literal
one
worst thing
because
I've
it has
ever
a big,
drawn in
big
my
clue.
career.
Mine has a big clue on it.
Yeah, mine does
Listen.
too. Okay. Okay.
I had to do something to give it away.
Mine has like a couple of clues, but like the hair is wrong.
Okay, so in no
Yes.
particular order. Here we go. You ready? No particular order. Doc, reveal.
Let's go. Oh, I know who that is.
I mean, I know who it is.
I know who it is. And first of all, he would absolutely frame that and hang that in his home. He would
frame that and hang it.
100% do that.
That is 100% Kim Taehyung.
That is Kim Taehyung.
Well done.
If I've never memorized that man's
And
face,
she did the shirt. She did the shirt.
That
The
was
shirt that
great.
gave it away.
I like the box. Listen, I gave him an extra eyelid on the one side, and he had the boxy smile in the shirt. I figured it was enough.
you did
Yeah.
great. You did great.
He was catchy as
That's
shit.
amazing.
That is amazing.
Okay, Patricia.
Here we go.
Wait. Oh, that's actually.
I mean, if that's,
Can we see the bottom? I can't see the bottom.
yeah, I can't see the bottom.
Oh, it's the hat. There's a hat. There's a hat that's.
The hair gives it away. The
I
hair
immediately
Hair.
went red filter suit Jimin is what I immediately
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because of the hair.
Wow.
Because originally I was like purple.
I painted him with his natural hair color, which is blonde.
Which is
So
blonde.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I initially thought the purple velvet DNA Hobie because of the hat,
Yes, that's.
and then
that's
the
what I was like, but
hair.
it's
I
red.
was like, hair don't vibe. It can't be purple suit.
Nice.
I thought our red card, J-Hope with the red. That's what I was thinking.
No, but he's blonde. He's blonde.
He's blonde,
That's
therefore
true.
it
He
had
is
to
blonde.
be filtered.
Okay, Quint.
Oh boy.
Bad, but you'll get it. But it's bad. Okay.
I think they're all bad. So. No, he would hang that too.
He would absolutely hang that.
He would.
He would wear it.
He would.
He would hang it on his wall. He would make a t-shirt out of it, and then he would make a grocery canvas tote that he would take everywhere.
Something
And
about
he
the
would
way
like,
you
"Do
did
it
that.
in
He
my
would
bag."
put that
I
on
was
my
like, real
computer
quick,
to
let
wear
me
with
just
him.
draw a tuna just in case.
Something
The
about
hair,
the way
I-
you do
we
that
would
makes
have
him look
gotten it.
even
We
more
would
like a
have gotten it
little
without
girl
the
than he
tuna.
already did.
Yeah.
That's
Jim or
precious,
the girl
though.
from
That's
Squid
precious.
Games, the doll from Squid Games.
Yeah, I knew
That's
you guys
fantastic.
would get the pigtails. I knew you guys would get the pigtails.
It's fantastic.
Okay, Katie, do your first one.
I'm gonna do my worst one first.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Note the panic in his eyes.
Jung Kook cutting his own hair.
This is Are you sure, JK?
This is what he knew. He fucked up.
He knew he fucked up.
First
He
of all,
knew it,
if
and
that's
then he
your
was like,
worst
"Oh, shit."
one,
Oh my god,
Genius.
that's amazing.
Okay, because I struggled so hard trying to think of an iconic look that I was capable of drawing. Because I was like, he's got all these great outfits, and I was like, I can't draw any of those. What can I do? Him cutting his hair with the scissors.
perfect.
That bowl cut.
Perfect. I love it.
Perfect.
All right.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Am I doing my other one, or am I
No,
am
let's do
somebody else
Christina,
going?
then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Christina. Okay, hold
It's
on.
blurry.
Oh, it's
Like
blurry.
So there we go.
Christina.
Oh,
Namjoon.
it's Namjoon.
It's Namjooning.
It's
Yeah.
Namjoon.
Here he is.
Wow.
That's
Look
so
at you. This is why you're in charge of merch, because look at that artistic skill.
Well, I mean, you even got Mount.
Actually be worthy of going on a t-shirt.
You didn't say how close I needed to be, so I was like, well, I might as well put him in a happy place.
Everything's
Yeah.
open to
Happiest.
interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Listen,
do mine.
nailed
I'll
it
end
immediately,
with
so-
Katie's other one. This is so bad. I didn't give it mine any thought like you guys did.
Hold it closer.
Oh, it's Jay.
Oh, this is
J-Hope.
Just killing it, girl. J-Hope.
He's doing the seven.
Oh,
I didn't think about like
Alyssa,
You even gave us a
Alyssa,
list in
girl,
the background.
You made it.
Nailed
Girl.
in it.
Killing it, girl.
Killing it.
killing it,
Killing it,
killing
girl.
it.
Killing it.
Okay, Katie.
All right, you guys are gonna get this in half a second.
Yep.
I mean,
Ah,
there, we go.
You
There he is.
did.
There's the man.
Okay.
Okay, first of all,
That's amazing.
I didn't realize we were creating our holiday cards tonight. First of all, because I
Yeah.
need to see the 7 of these lined up right next
In
to
case
each
you're
other.
having a bad day, at least you didn't cut your own hair.
Somebody said we need to make merch and auction it off.
I will make a pajama pants pattern out of all these
Oh,
Is,
that's
and
nice.
absolutely put it
Oh,
up on
but
the
this
shop.
one
Okay, here's the next one. Are you ready?
so
Okay.
scary.
Well, wait a second.
This is
Can
so
I
scary.
mention the thing? Can I mention the thing that we're thinking about doing?
I think
Oh.
so.
What?
I'm for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, so
Got it.
somebody mentioned auction for tonight for you guys being here. We are planning to do a little bit of a holiday auction, online silent auction of stuff that we make that is hopefully better than this.
Don't make anything. I must have been in South Korea.
I was
You
gonna say
did.
we haven't talked about it, but
Well, that's why I asked. You responded to it affirmatively. She's like, I was drunk. I didn't know.
No, I'm listen, not all of the admins have to make
Yes,
something.
if you can't make
Oh, okay.
anything, don't worry about
No.
it. But yeah,
Okay,
we
we'll
are
figure something out.
hand making some things. We have some ideas for those who don't have a craft. Yeah, so it's gonna be a much smaller scale because we don't have that much time to make them many things. They will be handmade with love.
Yes.
so
And
yeah.
Juki, you're absolutely right. We don't do anything silent.
Shut up, you don't know us.
Yeah, we don't do anything
You don't
silent.
do anything
You
cool.
know what?
Okay, here we go. Here's
Sit
our
there,
project
sit
number
there and
2.
get
Ready?
correctness.
Okay, number 2.
It's valid. Shut up.
Okay, for those of you that are watching, if you do these, make sure you upload them on our Discord in our general or something.
Are we changing members or no?
This is a totally different concept.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So here's the scenario. BTS's new album is dropping, and they've called us, AP529 art department, to design their new cover for their album. Okay?
cool.
Sassy over there.
No
with the
pressure.
hair flip. Christina's got
Here we go.
this.
So you've got 5 minutes to design an album cover for the comeback album of BTS.
I see Sassy over there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
You might
First
want to
I
use
have
some
to-
of their spoilers. Maybe some, if you're having like, if
Don't
you're
give
feeling,
hints.
if you're
No,
thinking a
listen.
certain kind of way about something. Okay.
I am spoiling shit. I'm just gonna do.
Okay.
Mm.
Hmm.
I don't even know what to draw.
And you can use words on this one.
I spend half my time picking out colors.
That's fun though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pauline just sent me hers. Pauline. Is that, I don't know who, I've got to decide who that is. She sent me her photo. Okay. I should not, I'm not a good drawer.
I sure am not.
Mine is super boring. I don't know what to draw.
I just need to find the color I need, and I'll be. I had to take my glasses off.
I feel that.
My child has just awoken. I may have to go in a minute, but I am going to share this first.
You picked the, like, I'm such a horrible drawer. This might look like something that's not safe for work, but I assure you that it's not.
Oh, mine absolutely is not safe for work.
This is happening so fast.
I'm just drawing whatever. I don't know what I'm drawing.
Okay. Mine's perfect as a masterpiece.
I don't like what I drew.
This is so bad. And yet I'm kind of proud of myself.
You're proud?
I'm a little proud. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, I don't even know what to draw.
Are my shapes accurate? No.
Okay. Emily's keeping us on.
Emily, don't tell me how to live my life. You're not my real dad.
I miss study hall.
Where is the fucking red?
Man, how do you write the Korean? Damn it.
You're getting fancy.
You shot yourself in the foot right there.
Yeah, that's asking too much, man.
Yeah.
Mistakes were made. Regrets will be had.
I didn't make anything special.
I'm like coloring like I've never colored before.
I feel like my whole album needs a background cover, but I don't have time for that shit. Okay.
Same, please.
Okay, Katie, you want to go first because you got to get out of here?
Sure. I think my husband's dealing with it. All right. So my idea is that there's going to be 7 versions of the album, and it's each of their hands.
Oh, shut up. That's rude.
So that's like Yoongi's version, and then that's like Jimin's version.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's it.
I love it. Okay, who else is done? Patricia.
No, you don't want to see mine.
We do want to see yours,
Yes, we do.
actually.
No, because I don't know. I didn't know what to draw.
Hyde has paid us big bucks for this project, so
Yeah, and they
deliver.
expect their design in
I
5 exact
was down
minutes.
here. You guys couldn't see, but I was down here flicking myself off so I could try to draw a hand.
I'm sorry, you were what?
Flicking.
I misunderstood that as well, Quint.
Listen,
Nope. Never say that again.
flicking is not the word we normally use for that
The
particular.
only thing that I drew
that's
because
sweet.
okay, I couldn't think of anything, so I drew this.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, Jen's
Okay.
crooked little fingers. That'd be amazing.
What
Okay,
was it,
Christina.
Patricia?
Okay. So,
All right. Oh, we're gonna get the real artist here.
Oh my
okay.
god.
So,
Okay, back it up. I can't see it. Hold on. Wait, where? Okay.
See it, yeah.
all right. So you can't see it?
Can you
There we
make
go.
it
now.
easier?
There we go.
Okay. Mostly clear space.
Okay.
And then I've got lines coming down off the album cover and below because there is no end. And then I really like the Korean on there, as well as what we usually call them, which is bangtan. And I think they need
cannot
to
see anything. All I see is
lean-
big lines.
There you
lean
go.
into that bangtan.
Ah, okay,
Yeah.
there we go. I see it now.
Ooh,
Nice.
I have an idea with that. There we go.
Patricia, what was yours? I missed it.
You don't want to see it.
She's withholding on us.
What's on Quint's?
Okay.
Oh no.
I never call it this, but I wish they would.
Nice. And young bitches.
What did yours say? I can't read it.
It says and young bitches.
I love it.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Okay,
Yes.
you and I were on the same wavelength, so I'll show mine because mine is a crown.
Nice.
Look at that.
Mine says heavy is the crown.
7. So
I
That
have
is
I put
fantastic.
the microphone there for Army, and the
I
onion
like
bitches is in purple.
That's
I
amazing.
love it.
Great minds. Mine
Yep.
has the symbols on it with 7 dots or 7
Yes.
jewels.
I didn't have time for 7. I only got 5 in. I ran out of paper, but it would have had 7 if I
I love
hadn't
it.
run out. If I hadn't
And
run out of
then
paper.
says Army across, like as if they're all standing on Army.
Nice.
And then heavy is the crown.
Aw. That's
Y-
really
Yoongi
cute.
can absolutely stand on me.
They can absolutely stand
Respectfully.
Respectfully, sir. Respectfully.
Okay, Doc.
All right. My marker ran out halfway through, so the middle part is not the greatest. But this is mine.
Woo!
It was because they love us or hate, and they dominate the world.
I love it.
So I had an idea.
So it's
What?
BTS world domination is what that
I love
is.
it.
So I made
Oh, yeah.
the symbol
BTS
of
brother.
infinity.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That's cute. I like that.
That's everybody,
Look at
right?
us. Yeah.
I think
Look
so.
at us.
I think so.
That's awesome. Okay,
Well-
we have one more drawing activity. One more.
Okay.
Oh.
Uno más.
Okay.
Uno más.
I grabbed exactly 3 pieces of paper, so this is good.
Okay.
I did not count my papers.
Okay, so they say, I don't know who they is, but some might say that how you draw someone reveals how you feel about them. Okay. So this whole night tonight was about connecting with them through traveling to their cities and all that kind of stuff. But I want you to draw your bias from memory as you see them.
Man, I don't know how to draw.
Man.
It can be abstract, guys.
It can be abstract.
At least that's what I'm telling myself.
Abstract.
That's really hard. Yeah, it's deep and hard. Yeah. Oh, that's what she said.
That is what she said.
Sorry.
Lucky lady.
Okay. Oops. Yes, you can.
Gardening tool.
Since I know Christina's going to do Yoongi, I'm going to do my record and I'm going to do Jin.
I'm gonna do my bias line.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
I have 2, so I'm gonna do the one I haven't done already.
Where do I see him? Well, the problem is how I see him and how I can draw him are two completely different things.
Right. Problematic. How I'm able to draw.
This is really. I gave my. Oh.
I don't have a pink.
If I had Jimin, that would be easy. We all know what I would do with Jimin. It's too small. I'm just gonna do his face. It's perfect. No face. I don't think we've ever been this quiet.
Nope, sure haven't.
I'm kind of cheating a little bit.
I'm done.
I'm cheating too.
I'm cheating only because this is an idea I already had. But it is perfect.
I haven't eaten yet, Riven. She's talking about spaghetti.
I haven't finished. I haven't. Hold on. Made a mistake. I have to start over again.
Spaghetti. Garlic bread.
I had a baked potato.
Oh.
And I had my hyperfixation, like weird food that I've been making lately is like chicken Parmesan grilled cheese. I made one of those.
Nice. Love some chicken parm. Ooh. Even better white mud broccoli.
Yum.
You know what?
It was mid.
I've seen this trend lately where people will cook things like potatoes or broccoli or cauliflower, and then they will smash it flat on a pan, add more spices and cheese, and then bake it again.
Oh yeah.
Genius.
You put
whoever
cheese,
thought of this.
put
Genius.
cheese and spices on anything, it makes it better.
But recooking it.
Yeah.
Like cook it once, smash it, spice it up again, recook that shit. And it's like crispy and yum. I would eat broccoli that way. I don't normally eat broccoli, but I would eat broccoli.
Well, I love broccoli.
Yeah. Like twice baked. Yes. Thank you.
But everything, all vegetables are better roasted.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is true. That is true.
Like Brussels sprouts, who the fuck wants Brussels sprouts? But if you roast them and put some balsamic vinegar on them,
bro, Brussels sprouts roasted until they got like real crispy edges.
Yeah.
And then it's lemon juice and Parmesan cheese.
I'll put balsamic on literally anything.
Balsamic is really good though.
Are you guys already done?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're just talking while they work. I mean, some of them are done.
You know what I made?
I think I'm about as done as I'm going to get. It gives the vibe.
I will be.
It is the vibe.
I just need like 1 minute. I'll be done.
Steph, this weekend I made remember the soup that we had in Ilsan with rice with this thing. I made that this weekend and it was delicious.
I miss everything we ate. Okay.
I miss everything you ate too.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
You can start with somebody else.
Pauline, if you DM me, I can send you a Brussels sprouts recipe.
Oh, nice.
I do Brussels sprouts with a little bit of olive oil and balsamic vinaigrette or balsamic vinegar.
Yes, that's how I make them in the oven.
And then some Parmesan cheese on top.
Quince, do
I
you
put
ever
it-
boil down your balsamic until it's like syrup?
I
Yes.
have both. I have regular balsamic vinegar, and then I also have a glaze. But yes, you can make your own. I would do that too. But I happen to have one that I bought right now.
So good.
Yeah, I actually make them with balsamic, and I sometimes put a little bit of honey in them.
I have made really good pasta lately by just like chopping up a tomato and like throwing it in a pan with like garlic and like some butter and balsamic, and letting the balsamic reduce down and the tomatoes get like really jammy, and then throwing that in with some pasta. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I need to eat.
Doc,
I
are you done?
cheated so
Literally,
much.
literally
I'm
that's
done.
what I was thinking as I was drawing. I was like, I need to eat.
Okay, Quince. Batter up.
Let us see that Taehyung photo.
Throw
Yeah,
that
I want to
pitch.
see him.
I've done it before.
Aw, there he
Aw.
is.
That's how I see him.
Yee. I love it.
That's
I love it.
I love that. Okay, Doc.
it.
No, 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 no.
Yes,
Aw.
I love it.
He's laughing himself almost off of a chair.
Adorable. It's adorable.
Oh.
Okay, Christina.
All right. Mysterious.
Bring him on.
But you always remember. You always know. So easy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You don't need very many lines.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
There you go.
Patricia.
I cheated. I played it. I put them on my entire lines, but you have to decipher it.
Heart.
Heart. Another one's my brain.
Okay.
This one is my spirit.
This is a rap
Oh,
line.
yeah, the rap line.
Is a rap.
Aw,
Yeah. That's cool.
I love that. Katie.
That's so cute.
You know, I think there's a common theme here.
So cute. I'm telling you.
Oh,
That's
Look at that.
Okay, mine is
Let's
just
do it.
a moon.
Oh, moon.
But like so
Aw.
it like shines really bright and over all the little other planets. But then there's
Moon.
the sun over here. Sun and the moon.
Love it.
Jen, moon.
Nice. Gene,
Love
moon, moon, Gene.
But yeah, 4
I
of us
haven't
drew
used
hearts.
these
That's
markers in
interesting.
a while. Thanks.
On my moon, he just commented on somebody's post.
Aw.
Oh, this cutie pie.
He knew.
He's probably
Okay,
being
so that's
savage.
it. That's my surprise
That was
night
good.
for you.
All right. Nice work.
Good. That was so much fun.
That was fun, actually.
Even
That
though
was
I
so much fun.
can't draw for shit, but you know what? That was.
Don't throw any of those away, though, because
Okay.
don't throw any of those
Are you
away.
sure?
I'm sure.
This was my
Doug's like,
I started. Even if I had just done this, you guys probably still would have gotten it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
yeah. That was adorable.
All right.
Yay! Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Steph.
Yep.
Yay!
Thank you very
Amazing.
much.
I don't have to use my brain again for 6 more weeks. So
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Reminders really quickly, guys. We have a Discord. Please join it. If you're not
Yes.
in there already, you can do things like go to our watch parties. And I'm just going to really quickly get us out of here because we're late. You can go to our watch parties, which we have pretty much every night now because we've gone wild. And you can go to our streaming, charting, and voting channel if you're interested in learning about goals for said streaming, charting, and voting. There's lots of fun stuff going on right now. It is award season, bitches, in Korea. So the mamas and the MMAs are coming. So voting is open for some of those. And I do believe that Hobie and Jin are both nominated. So go to our streaming, charting, voting channel and you can find out voting strategies for those. Come and join our watch parties. Come and hang out with us. It's lots of fun. And then we have another live coming up, Doc. right?
Yeah, our next live is going to be on TikTok this coming Wednesday, October 22nd at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, where we're going to bring you our midweek tea where we talk about member and Bora news for the week. And we bring you shenanigans taking place out on Kim Namjoon's internet. So you're going to want to join us for that. That's always a lot of fun. 9 Eastern, 8 Central at Army Project 529 on TikTok.
Yay!
Yes.
This was great.
This
was so
was
much fun.
actually.
Welcome
Awesome.
back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome back, guys. We're happy that you're here.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Yep.
Yes.
Night.
Have a good night,
Have a
everybody.
good
Love
week.
you. Love you. What a head.